If cheesecake scares you, it doesn't have to. I've got you with all of my tips, and you will be a cheesecake pro in no time. First, we're going to start with the crust, which is my favorite part of the cheesecake. We've got our graham cracker crumbs, butter, sugar, and a pinch of salt. We're going to mix it all together. And we're going to want it to represent a damp sand. All right, so it's going to look just like this, like a damp sand. And then we're going to use a 9.5 spring-form pan, and we're going to spray it with cooking spray. We're going to add our crumbs to the pan, and the best way to press it in is to use a flat-bottomed measuring cup. We're going to press it pretty firmly along the bottom. You can make it completely flat or leave a tiny little edge around it. Okay, now we're going to bake it at 325 for 10 minutes. All right, now the filling. You want to use room temperature ingredients because this helps make the cheesecake more smooth, and then you don't get the lumps from using cold cream cheese. So now we're going to add in our cream cheese. All right, so I've got my cream cheese in a bowl, and we're going to start beating this first so that it can get nice and creamy. And remember to keep scraping down the sides so all of your ingredients will get incorporated. You'll notice my batter is nice and smooth and creamy. There aren't any lumps, and that is from the room temperature cream cheese. I'm going to scrape down the sides, and I'm going to start adding in the rest of the ingredients. Okay, next we're going to add in our sour cream. Next, we're going to add in our sugar. Then I'm going to add in about half of the eggs. Add in the rest of our eggs. And last, we've got our lemon zest, which is going to add just a brightness and a balance to the flavor, and our vanilla. Now our crust is finished, and we're ready to pour our batter inside. The most important part of getting an even cheesecake is a water bath. And we are using heavy-duty aluminum foil, 4 sheets of it, and this is to help the water from getting into our pan. So you're just going to place it right in the center, and you're going to fold it up on each side. Okay, now we're going to just pour our filling into our pan. Now we're going to put our pan into the center of a roasting pan, and we're going to fill it with water about 1/2 inch up the cheesecake pan. All right, the timer just went off, and the most important part is how much it wobbles. Now we're going to turn off the oven, we're going to push it back in, and we're going to let it cool as the oven cools. Okay, so our cheesecake's finished. I had chilled it overnight, but I wanted to show you the difference between a water bath versus not. And if you can see in this one, it doesn't bake evenly, and it really sunk in the middle. And this one is completely perfect and flat. Now we're going to take our cheesecake out of our pan and take the foil off. And no water got inside of our cheesecake. And using a spring-form pan, we're able to have a quick and easy release so that it leaves our cheesecake in perfect shape. And now we have our perfectly beautiful cheesecake, and I feel like this recipe is even better than any cheesecake you'll have in New York. My last and final tip is to use a hot knife by running it under hot water and drying it, and it will get the perfect slice every time.